Yes, good afternoon once again. Welcome to Hot Tech. Yet again, this is our 39th edition. Really appreciate the people who come on and share and engage. We have a good traction on Facebook and other platforms. Yeah, with me, I have my co host, Mr. Hudson Mugweri. Yeah, you can say hello to the viewers and we proceed.
Hello, viewers. You're most welcome to our tech, and hope you enjoy the show. I know last week we didn't do well, so busy, so we didn't have the another episode running. But now we are back strong and standing, and let's give you everything when it comes to sports.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll kick off with basketball this time. A lot of huge news coming out of FUBA. A lot of you have seen. It just happened concurrently. Like the Gazelle squad was of the zone 5 qualifier that was going to be happening not in the Maghreb region. We're expecting a squad. Then boom, we also had the unveiling of Coach Nick Natuhereza as the Gazelle's coach. Before Hudson comes on, let me play you the reason, yeah, for why the should you first come in? Okay, let me first play it on, and we get to see.
Play it first.
Absolutely. Hold on.
We are preparing for the AfroBasket qualifiers women 2025, which will take place in Cairo, Egypt from 3rd to 8th of Feb. We have appointed Coach Nick Natuhereza, the UCU Lady Cannons coach, to be the head coach for the senior women national basketball team. We had Coach Goran Loyo, who had taken over the job of the head coach Gazelle's. Currently, he's unable to be with us because he got other opportunities that he thinks maybe he could take on a different challenge. So we decided that instead of hiring a foreign coach in a very short period of time, it will be very difficult for him to, to understand the dynamics of the African basketball and also to understand, the players, personality, character, and all that. We thought it wise that it is better for us to have our assistant coach Nicholas Natuhereza to take over that role, because he knows, the players. He has worked with them. He's been with them for quite some time, and he knows, of course, the dynamics of the African game. We have a lot of trust and belief in him because he's a seasoned coach. He has won championships. He has a good record, that speaks for itself. So we believe that he will deliver on the mandate that has been given to him. We shall have Coach Julius Rutwama as the
Yes. So that was the president, Seron Joji. Yeah, he had a lot to talk about, giving us the reasons why Nick Natuhereza was appointed. He spoke of his experience, his background, his trophy cabinet. I mean, he has won a lot with the UCU Cannon, the UCU Lady Cannons. What does this appointment mean for the ladies team? Yeah, he has been really at the gate, really kicking, and finally has been appointed.
It's a good one. It suits the position, I would say that, as the lead coach of the Gazelles team. Now that the foreign based coach who was coaching the team, of course, got a better offer in Great Britain. So by that time, we wouldn't get another replacement apart from Nicholas Natuhereza, who we know that is so instrumental in Ugandan basketball and what he has done to Ugandan basketball as well. We've seen him win championships with UCU Lady Cannons. We've seen him win inter-university games with the UCU team as well. We've seen him groom players to what they are right now. When you look at that Gazelle's team, it's full of the players he has groomed. It says a lot about him, and he knows the game of basketball when it comes to the African continent as well. He knows what to do at the right time, and he's not a guy who's always under pressure. No, he's a calm person. And another thing is, he has one rule: discipline is key. It's a guy who doesn't give a damn, even if you're a senior player. If you mess up around, he will bench you. He doesn't give a damn. That's the one thing I know for him. He's a person who says this is supposed to be like this, and everything's supposed to go like that. I've I've been under his management, worked with him for some good years. when I was still at UCU, even after UCU. So I know what Nick Natuhereza is and what he can do when it comes to the basketball of Uganda and what he has done to the basketball of Uganda. Because when he was appointed, no one even said, why him? Why him? People are like, oh, congratulations, Nick Natuhereza, because they know what he can do as a coach and as an administrator and as a leader. So it's a good decision made by FUBA. It's a plus to us as well, the basketball fans and also the basketball content as well. So we hope to see something coming out of him when they go for the qualifiers, which are starting on 3rd of February to 10th of February in Cairo, Nairobi. Zone 5 qualifiers. Of course, it's a 15-man team, and of course, I'm sure they'll go down to 12 players who will be traveling to Egypt for the Zone 5 qualifiers. As we speak now, the training is starting at 3 p.m. today at Lugogo in the arena. To those ones who don't know that. And if you qualify for AfroBasket, of course, then literally we shall be heading to Ivory Coast. That's in July. That's when the AfroBasket will happen. But the team they've selected, of course, there are 5 foreign-based players, as stated by the FUBA president. And of course, we have some experienced players and non-experienced players. And in that team, we're seeing some under 18 into that team. That is a plus as well. Federation putting in some under 18 players who performed so well, like Anyango, one of who was the MVP in the qualifiers of under 18. Yeah, so it's a good one by FUBA and it's a good one by the Gazelles. Of course, they'll be led by Jen Sinde and Hopper Kello as the captains of the team. And of course, Claire Lamono is back into the team as well. To those who are asking why is Janan Otto not into the team, she's injured and she has an operation which is happening next month. She got an Achilles injury. So we hope not to see her for some good time. People asking why is Janan Otto not to the team. She's injured. Yeah, she's injured, so she can't play basketball right now until she recovers, and after the surgery, I'm not sure she'll recover and she'll get back onto the team. But with that, we hope we are going to see an interesting qualifiers, and I'm sure the girls will qualify because they know what it means qualifying for basketball and going for basketball. Because if they qualify for AfroBasket, the top 4 teams which reach the semifinals of AfroBasket are automatically into the World Cup qualifiers on the African continent, which is a plus as well to us as Uganda. And now, and with some missing pieces, I would say people asking how come we don't see Babidi into the team, we don't see Abi Priscilla into the team. Their schedule is tight because they're based in USA. Their schedule is so tight. Right now, all of them are in college and they are studying. So their colleges can't release them right now because they are playing. Of course, Babidia is missing out. Abe is missing out. Amanyo is missing out. On top of that, Diana Letari is missing out. Maria Najuma is missing out as well. But if you qualify for AfroBasket, that will happen in July. All these players will be available, and we shall see a strong team which will compete for AfroBasket. But as of now, all of them are playing college basketball. That's NCAA, and they can't release them because their schedule is on and they're playing their college basketball right now.
Yeah, one would say
people are saying, how come we don't? People are saying, how come we don't see these players? It is not the fault of the federation, but their schedule is tight and they can't release them right now. They can't come back and play qualifiers. But if we qualify, they'll be available for AfroBasket.
Absolutely. Somebody will also ask you, Jenna Sinde with that schedule in China, she managed to come. I mean, is it a policy by these NCAA teams? They don't really consider national teams because for them, it's purely business. We give you a scholarship, you have to really play for us. These amounts of games, you're supposed to attend class, give this. It's not really kind of professional kind of setup with NCAA. It's like school. Yeah, so maybe that could be the reason. But one would wonder why would Jenna Sinde come out from China and come and train, come and join the camp. Yeah.
as soon as in China, they can have. I'm sure even in Asia that they're playing some qualifiers as well because I saw some Olympic qualifiers happening, and Japan was playing.
Yeah.
So these things happen. That's why sometimes you see when NBA is on, you don't see NBA players in Africa playing qualifiers. They can play like Afro basket. They don't play qualifiers. It happens with NBA players as well. Yeah, that's why we wouldn't see Arthur Kaluma playing the qualifiers. That's why we can't see now. We don't see Arthur playing. That's why we wouldn't see Ishwan White Doziers playing qualifier because they are so busy. Their schedule is tight.
Even the
They are so
Seikos
busy.
before,
But
yeah.
they wouldn't release them. Yeah. Even the Seikos before. So it's just an American. It's not just an American thing. Like if the season is on, it's hard for it to be released. It's not only happening in Uganda. Most of the countries are affected. Even SSD is affected. You know, that's why
Yeah.
sometimes when you see they're assembling a team, you don't see NBA players. You don't see college basketball players. You see players from Europe, from Asia, from different countries, but not USA. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, before you move on, I wanted to really talk about the backroom staff of Nick. You know, we have Julius Lutuama, your boy Julius Lutuama in there, and Ben Komakech. What do they bring on the table before we move on to the transfers? Yeah.
Of course, Lutrama, of course, was appointed when the team was last year as assistant coach. On top of that, he has some experience as well as a coach, like how NASA stated it, as a FUBA president stated it. He has some experience as a coach, and of course, with Ben Komakech, the legend, coming in as a video analyst, and like how they've explained it, he did a course in video analysis.
Yeah.
That's something we've been missing out in Uganda, and we've seen him do it. We see the Oilers analyzing their games and be like, you know what, let's review this game. When you have such a person onto the team, he's a legend. He can tell you the mistakes you've done as well, and you can listen to him. He's respected.
Especially the
It's not
video.
these random kind of people. Who is this? Who is this guy? No, he's not this kind. He's a senior player, and everyone respects him as Ben Komakech. So it's a good addition to the team, and we know what he can do because we've seen him groom players from High Hopes, which is one of his academy, which is his academy, and he has groomed a lot of players from High Hopes to where they are right now, and it's a plus to the girls as well. Seeing a legend onto the team as a coach, as a video analyst coach as well, it's a plus for the girls, and I hope we get more of such people into our national team settings because they add a lot to the teams.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so as we close, I don't know if you have any transfers from the National Basketball League, any notable transfers that you'd want to share with us.
Yeah, of course. Those ones which are actually the recent one is just Chuma Joseph leaving. Of course, he was released by Namongo Blazers, and as we speak now, is in DR Congo. He has gotten a team he's going to play for. It is called ASB Ambic.
Okay.
It's based in DR Congo. Yeah, so he'll be playing in that league. Of course, he has joined the Kong. He has joined Moses Maka, was at Oilers as well. So we might see more players from our league going into Burundi, going into DR Congo, because literally, this game is all about money. A sportsman looks for money now. So if you see these players going as far as DR Congo, going as far as Burundi, going as far as even like in other countries like Nigeria, like Ghana, they're looking for money. They're looking
Exactly,
for
yeah.
money, Yeah. So I can't be like, why is it? How come? Actually, we're even late. I would say we are late as Ugandans. Yeah, we are so
Yeah.
late as Ugandans.
You mentioned it
Yeah,
sometime
because
back, I remember, yeah, with the
yeah, we are
Nabos.
late as Uganda. We are so late because this thing of I'm loyal to my team and the team is not giving you what
You deserve.
what you're supposed to get as a player, because I'm so loyal to my team, has been affecting them so much. Yeah. So literally, I would say I'm happy for Chuma because man, he's a family man. He needs that money, and of course he has gone to a team which will give him some good money, and of course he's going to play some good basketball as well because we know what he can do on the floor. So I'm happy for that player.
Yeah, and absolutely, the Congo League is so competitive these days. I've been watching some highlights.
Yeah.
Serious. The fan numbers are big. It's really big. Yeah. So let's close with Div 1, Div 2 playoff basketball. Today we have some big game. We have at YMC. There's Rhinos playing. Yeah, what do you have to? What do you have on that? Yeah.
That will be. I would say that will be game 3 of the finals. Game 1 was taken by YMC Amsters. Amsters won that game. Game 2 was taken by Rhino, and then they're playing today game 3. That is, and now for the third place position, of course, High Hopes won. They beat the Governors in the third place position. So they are now ranked number 3 in that division. That's Div 2. And then for Div 1, UPDF was swept by Res Life. It was best of 5 and they're beaten 3-0. Then Wumu Flames, that's Nkozi, were swept by Victoria University Crocs. Crocs also now the finals. It's between Res Life up against Victoria University, which is going to be some up against Res Life. Yeah, which is going to be Res Life up against Res Life up against Victoria University, which is going to be some interesting game. I'm looking forward to watching that game as well because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Then on the ladies side, Lady Marines advanced to the finals. Kumbai Marines advanced to the finals by beating Amazon Rhino. Then our savior Banyabu played to the last game. That's game 5. They beat Angels and they qualified to the finals as well. So the teams which are promoted in the NBL women's side is Lady Marines and our savior Banyabo. For the men's side, Stress Life, which is now back into the NBL, and then Victoria University Crocs. But remember last year, there was a time Victoria University didn't qualify for NBL, and the vice chancellor literally told the players, "I'm scrapping off your bursaries because I want winners."
Yeah.
You know, the students made noise, did a lot of making noise, did what the guy was like, no, I need winners. And he scrapped off their bursaries. So this time round, they're like, man,
saw even in rugby, they have these big teams in these leagues. Yeah. They are serious. They are serious. They're like, Moanga, they are
like, the guy pardoned us. The guy pardoned us. We are now back into the bursary. You have to deliver, and they've delivered.
Yeah.
So I'm happy they're now into the NBL, which you wanted.
Yeah.
So I hope we shall have some good competition because with what I know as the vice chancellor of Victoria University is a person who is so passionate
about the game,
about making sure that his brand is up there and his brand is winning. Yeah. So I expect to see some good competition next season in NBL from Victoria University. But it's a good one for the young lads coming to the NBL. And now you can even see how he does it with rugby. You know, his team Victoria Sharks is a hard one.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, generally is a person who's passionate about sports, and let's enjoy the playoffs as we always say, basketball is happening in playoffs, and let's enjoy the playoffs.
All right. Absolutely, yeah. So anyway, that was interesting. Yeah, we have given really basketball time today. Yeah. So anyway, let's proceed. Let's go to football. Let's start with this huge news about CHAN, being postponed. There's a lot that happened. People are saying Kenya is under, let us down, and many other things. But from the looks of things, we're not even ready. Like most East African countries, it was a wake-up call. If you look at even Tanzania, that we thought was really really ahead of us. They had the CAF requirements of the previous AFCON. So many things were amended. For us, Uganda, just because we came in late with the construction, and we had to pass the late CAF requirements for the stadium, and that's why we had 80% approval. But these other countries did not even have a doping room, referees room. Like they took these things for granted. But with these requirements, you're looking at how the stadium was segmented in Ambole, and Kenyans were still way far. It was really a wake-up call for us in East Africa, right?
Yeah, it's a wake-up call for us in East Africa. I was watching something from from Ismail Akaba yesterday. He said, truth be told, even August won't be ready for Chan, and in 2027 won't be ready for AFCON. I was like, what's coming from Ismail Akaba? I was like, seriously, yes, but that's what you're saying. When you look at the playing grounds, the training grounds,
that's the one that let us down.
That's the truth. Yeah, training grounds were not ready. Yeah, and guess what? Most of these things are funded by CAF or FIFA.
Exactly.
But the pace of the work is at a slow pace. You know, there's some training ground. I'm sure they stop the journalists from even doing any footage. No, they access it, but they told them no videography, no photography, no nothing. And information has it that is funded by FIFA. On Sunday, I was watching the show.
Must be Kadiva.
Press box.
You've seen the Kadiva Stadium?
Yeah, Kadiva.
Yeah, it was funded by FIFA. One. For me, I've been hearing about Kadiva for over a decade.
FIFA.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was funded by FIFA, but up to now, even the grass is not yet set. Like, at least set up the grass. You know, even the grass is not yet set. When you look at Wangulukuko, also they're not ready. Chambogo still not ready. Most of the training grounds. True. So, as East Africa, as a nation, Dakaba might be right.
August might come when we are still scrapping to paint. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, the Kadiba project has been there for a while. And worst of all, the engineer Moses Magobo, the Honorable, posted a video of a state of the pitch that I was wondering, wow.